Hi, welcome back to Upper West Side Kenshikai at home, back in my living room in Brooklyn. I am going to try this from my phone because some of you have said that the video that I've been doing from my laptop is a little bit choppy, and the people who watched our jiu-jitsu class yesterday found that the video was much better quality. So I'm going to try it from my phone. And today's class is going to be an advanced karate class. So we're going to be doing some techniques that would be for children who are yellow belt and up, and also any adults. Of course, if you are not an adult student or a yellow belt and up and you want to try to follow along, you are more than welcome to. I'll try to throw out a couple of little ideas in there that you can do if it turns out the technique or the combination that we're doing is a little bit advanced for you. But as always, just do your best. And if something is a little bit hard, then just have fun with it. At the end of the half-hour class, we're going to do a little bit of Q&A stuff, some things that people have actually emailed me, things that they want to see or they want to work on that I'm going to show a couple details on. If you have an idea or something that you would like to see on any of our videos, feel free to shoot me an email. Every Wednesday when we do this advanced class, we're going to end with stuff from you guys, stuff that you want to see, stuff that you want to work on. For now, let's start by standing straight. We're going to do a standing Makso. So our heels are going to come together, our hands are going to come together. Close your eyes, Makso. And Makso Yame, open your eyes. And Nare. So just take a minute on your own to do any warm-up or stretch that you would like to do. So anything that fits into the space you're in. And as always, I just want to remind everyone to make sure that you have enough space for movement, that you've moved any chairs and tables out of the way, that you have enough room to move your body around, to throw punches, to throw kicks. When we get to some of our moving forward and back techniques, we can always adjust our feet in a way that works. But just make sure that you're in a safe space where you're not going to hit anything, where you're not going to hurt yourself, and obviously where your family members that are near you are also going to be safe. So take another 30 seconds to just warm your body up. Any stretches that you want to do, any movements that you want to do, it's kind of your free warm-up time. All right, and shake it out a little bit. Awesome. All right, so we're just going to warm up with some of our basic punches in combination. So I'm going to back up here a little bit. We're going to start by stepping into our Sanshin-dachi stance, Kamate. Both hands are going to go up. Both hands are going to go out. Pull your right hand into your chamber. Right away, we're going to go Sanban Tsuki, up, middle, down. Ready? Ich. Ni. San. Chi. Go. Rook. Sich. Hach. Ku. And Kiai Ju. Kia. So now we're going to do the same combination, but starting with down. So we're going to go down, middle, up. Ready? Ich. A little bit faster if you can. Ni. San. Chi. Go. Rook. Sich. Hach. Ku. And Kiai Ju. Kiai. All right, Nare, shake it out for a second. So we're going to move ourselves back so we have enough room to step forward at least 3 times. So I am going to back myself all the way up here. I'm going to Kamate into my Zenkutsu-dachi Gedanburai. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 1 step and then our Sanban Tsuki, our up, middle, down. So step forward 1 time and then all 3 punches up, middle, down. And knee, step, up, middle, down. If you don't have enough space to step forward, you can kind of do what I'm doing, which is a little shuffle of my feet, just so I can switch my legs and do that up, middle, down. So now we're going to step back and do the down, middle, up. So look behind you. Make sure you're not going to step on anything, trip over anything, step on a dog, cat, whatever might be behind you. Stepping back first and then down, middle, up. As always, you want to try to finish with the same hand and same leg. Forward and knee, down, middle, up. And sun, down, middle, up. All right, we're going back, forward, up, middle, down. And then when we get to the moving back, we're going to change it up a little bit. Stepping forward, itch, up, middle, down. Knee. And sun. All right, so when we step back, we're going to do blocks that would go with those punches. So we'll do it slow first. Take a backward step. We're going to block up with one hand. Middle outside block, Chudan Sota Uke with the other hand. And lower block with the opposite hand. So it's 3 alternating blocks, an upper, middle, lower, just like our punches. Step back, up, outside, lower. Make sure you're switching hands. And cheek, upper, outside, lower. Stepping forward, up, middle, down. Itch, knee, sun, kiai, kiai. So for people who find that combination stepping back a little bit tricky, feel free to try it with the same hand. Makes it a little bit easier. Or feel free to do any combination. You can do 3 upper blocks, 1, 2, 3. Anything that works for you. We're stepping back and itch, up, outside, lower. Knee, upper, outside, lower. And sun, upper, outside, lower. Everyone, nare, shake it out. All right. Open your feet, bend those knees into like a kibadachi or a squat position. Hands across your chest and just squat up and down. Itch, knee, sun, chi, go, rook, sitch, hach, ku, and ju. Shake it out. Okay, so we're going to step to the side into our horseback riding stance, our kibadachi. So again, look to your side. Make sure you have enough room. Step to the side. Both hands go down by your side. So I'm in my horseback riding stance. My feet are pointing straight in front. My hands are at my sides. I'm going to take my left hand, which for you guys is going to look like my right. I'm going to take my left, bring it up to my ear. Opposite hand is in my chamber. I'm doing a rising elbow strike. Try to keep that stance nice and low. Work on those legs. Ready? Itch, knee, sun, chi. Make sure as you're rising up, your hand brushes your side. Other hand comes right to your chamber. Elbowing hand goes right to your ear. Go. Rook, sitch, hach, ku, and ju. So take that elbow that's up and bring it across your face. Roundhouse elbow. Ready? Itch. Twist that body. Knee, sun. It's okay if the heel on this side of your leg as you twist comes up a little bit off the floor, especially if it helps you add a little bit of power. Go, rook, sitch, hach, ku, ju. All right, so we're going to take the elbow that's out and we're going to stick it out to the side instead. The opposite hand is going to come on our fist. We're going to push our elbow to the side, lean into that stance a little bit. I'll move back a little and knee, sun, chi, go, rook, sitch, hach, ku, and ju. Very nice. So now we're going to use the same concept of pushing our elbow, but instead of pushing it to the side, we're going to push it behind us. So you're going to bring your hand out. You're going to put your other hand on your fist. You're going to look over your shoulder and push the elbow straight back. When we switch, looks like this. Out and back, out and back. For those of you who can't quite see, my hand's going on my fist. And I'm pushing it back behind me. Ready? Itch, knee, san, chi, go, rook, sitch, hach, ku, ju. All right, shake it out. So we're going to put some of those elbows together. So for my less advanced students or my younger students, I'm going to give you guys a combination. And then for my more advanced students, I'm going to give you guys a slightly different combination. You can pick whichever one seems right to you, whichever one you want to do. So the first combination is going to be one elbow up, opposite elbow around, first elbow comes back up. So again, it's going to be up, around, up. The next count, this side starts up, around, up. Next count, this side, up, around, up, and again, up, around, up. So you can stay with that, or we can add to it a little bit. So the other combination is going to be up, opposite hand goes around. Now watch, same hand goes to the side, and then opposite hand goes back. Then when we start, we're going to start with this hand that went back, up, around, side, back. And then actually let's make it so we get to switch. Let's start with this hand that's out instead. So then here, boom, boom, side, back. That way we get to switch every time. And up, around, side, back, up, around, side, back, up, around, side, back, up, around, side, back. If you're doing that combination, doesn't matter kind of which side you start with, but make sure the around and the side are with the same hand, and then you're switching. So whichever one you're doing, whether it's up, around, up, or up, around, side, back, we're just going to do it 5 times. Take your time and itch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Neat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sun. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cheek. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nare. Shake it out. Okay, so we're going to do a combination again that is moving across the floor. So I'm going to show it at a couple of different angles, but first back up again so you got a lot of space. We're going to go back to our Zenkutsudachi, Genomburai, and now we're going to step forward, Kibarachi Junsuki. So you don't have to know what all those Japanese words mean. What that is our horseback riding stance and our side punch. So if I'm facing you, it's going to look like this. So notice I twisted my body. So when I was coming forward before, my belly was pointing toward the camera. Now as I twist, my belly is going to be pointing toward the wall over there. A thing to remember that adds some power is this hand that's out right now, you're going to want to leave it out until you do that twist and that side punch. So if I show it facing this way, we're going to step, twist, and side punch. Again, if I show it facing this way, step, twist, and side punch, and I'm ending in my horseback riding stance. So I'm going to do it in that long configuration. So here we are, kamate, step forward, itch, step, side punch, knee, and sun, step, side punch. And notice how since I don't have a lot of space to step forward and back, every time I step, I'm just doing a little shuffle of my feet. And that's fine too. If you have enough space, feel free to step forward. When we turn, we just turn our head and block down. Going to shuffle back this way. We're going to add to that a little bit. So we're going to step, side punch, cross your hands, Tetsui strike. Again, step, side punch, strike. And sun, boom, boom. Turn your head, block down. We're going to add to it one more time. Step, 1, behind, in front. So we're doing 1 strike behind, 1 strike in front. Step, punch, Tetsui, Tetsui. Step, punch, strike, strike. All right, I'm going to come back here. Kamate. Going to try it on your own. When I say itch, just step in all 3 strikes, whatever space you have, make it work. And itch, 1, 2, 3. Knee, 1, 2, 3. Sun, 1, 2, 3. Mate, turn and block, stepping the other way. Itch, 1, 2, 3. Knee, 1, 2, 3. Sun, 1, 2, 3. Turn your head, block down, back leg steps forward. Nare. For our more advanced students, remember we have the one where we step, punch, punch, strike, strike. We're not going to do it right now for space constraints. However, we can obviously do that one. That's one of the ones that we can do. Okay, so let's move back. We're going to pick up a fighting stance and make sure we have enough room in front of us to throw some kicks. And kamate, fighting stance. Move back a little bit so we have a little bit more room. So we're going to start by kicking off our front leg Maya. My Gary, front snap kick, itch, knee, sun, chi, hello Maya, hello Chloe, go, rook, sit, hutch, coup, and ju. Switch your feet, we're just getting warmed up. Other front leg, my Gary, front snap kick, itch, knee, sun, chi, go, rook, sit, hutch, coup, and ju. Switch it back. We're going to add our roundhouse kick. So that means we're going to do a front snap kick and then a roundhouse kick off of our front leg. You have two options. You can touch the floor between 1, 2, or 1, 2, whatever works for you. Be mindful of space, be mindful of your body, keep yourself safe. Hands up and itch, knee, sun, chi, and go. Switch your feet and itch, knee, sun, chi, and go. All right, take a moment, stretch your legs out a little bit. All right, so we're going to add to that combination. Get your legs a little bit looser. Okay, so back to your fighting stance. Left leg is in front. Still kicking off that front leg. We're going to do a front snap kick. Go ahead. A hook kick. And then we're going to add the roundhouse to the end. So notice I did not touch my feet to the floor between the hook kick and the roundhouse. That's preferable if you can, because they really go together nicely. However, it's always fine to touch the floor between every single one of your kicks. So it's going to be front kick and then hook kick, roundhouse together. Front leg is kicking and itch, knee, sun, chi, and go. Throw a ki in there. Ki, switch your feet. Shake it out. Front leg, front snap kick. Hook kick, roundhouse. Itch. Knee. Sun. Chi. And go. All right, shake it out. Stretch those legs a little bit. So, right now, I want you guys to pick any other kick, any other kicking combination. So I'm just going to say go. You're just going to take a minute working on that combination. It can be front kick roundhouse. It can be hook kick roundhouse. It can be roundhouse side kick. It can have knee kicks. If you're going to do something crazy like a spin kick, just make sure you're not going to hit something on your way around. Take another minute, catch your breath. Stand on up. So when I say go, any kicks you want to do, any way you want to do them. So if you want to do them coming forward, if you want to do them in place, if you want to move your body around, do them like you're in a fighting stance, like you're shadow boxing. This is your time. Hands up and go. Keep it up. Don't forget to breathe. It's a reminder to myself too. Keep moving. Now add a little punches in there too. Really get that body moving. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Take a couple deep breaths. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight a specific kata that is a yellow belt kata, which is our Pinan 2, and then I'm going to move on to a much more advanced kata, which might be obviously above some of your level, and that's fine. So first, we're going to work on this Pinan 2. If you know it, you can just follow along or just do it on your own at home. I'm going to count, and I'm going to pause every so often just for a couple little details. For the most part, we're just going to count and go through it all together. Again, if at any point you need to adjust for space like I do, because this is my living room, just do whatever you need to make it work. We're doing Pinan kata number 2. Yoi. Ich. Ni. San. Chi. So we're going to pause here. I'm going to turn the orientation around just to show a little detail. So when you come here, make sure your hands go together. And you can't see my feet right now, but my feet are together in a Masubudachi stance. Now I'm going to side kick and back fist at the same time. Bring those feet back together. Turn and do the Shutomawashi Uke. So again, if we were here, boom, do it this way. Hands go together. Make sure your chamber. Other hand is stacked on top. Side kick and back fist. Feet come together. Hands go down. Big circle around. So let's go back to where we were. We'll pick it up from there. Boom, 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 and go. Coming forward, rook. Sich. Push, step in and stab. Kiai. Back leg is turning. Ku. Ju. Ich. Ni. All right, so I'm going to pause here. I'm going to go to this angle. Remember, you want to step out. Hand goes up, other hand's covering your face. Drop, block. That's that move. So again, if we're here, cross, drop, block. So let's go back to where we were. Say we are here. And go. Boom, boom. Front snap kick, go. And punch. Slow block. 1, 2, 3. Kick, punch, double block. Back leg is turning and go. Boom, pull, stab. Make sure the hand that blocked down is the one that goes to your chamber and stabs. Step in upper block, turn and block. Go, pull, stab, and finish. And then come back. Sorry if I came off the camera there. So kata is obviously the hardest thing to do in this configuration. Because it's a more advanced class, just going to let you guys kind of manage it at home. We're going to do one more kata before we finish up with this portion of our class today. So this kata is going to be a brown belt kata. It's going to be our Skinno kata. Skinno kata is actually a really good kata to do at home because it does not take up that much space. So we're going to back up a little bit. If you don't know Skinno kata, of course, feel free to follow along. That's fine. If it's hard to follow along, I know it's a little awkward with me facing you, and you want to just do one of your katas that you know. Do Pinan 1, do Pinan 3, do Pinan 4, do Taikyoku number 1. Just follow the count, anything you want to do. For people who are going to do Skinno kata, Makuso. Makuso yame yoi. And ich. Ni. San. Chi. Go, step in, punch down, rook, boom, step across, sich, pull back, across, hutch, step in, ku, slow block, 2 punches, ju, step in, punch face, step in, punch face, turn and block, go, front snap kick, go, and kiai, stepping in, go, 1, 2. Stepping in, both hands open. Go. Come together. Step back. Pull that top hand back. Up, down, middle. Kiai. Pull back. Go. And out. And come back together. And step off with your right leg and nore. Shake it out. All right, so everyone, we're going to go down on our stomach. I'm going to pull that camera down toward the floor. Okay, so pick whatever position you want to do push-ups in today. it can be knuckles, it can be open hand, it can be knife hand, it can be shote, which is our palm heel, it can be on your knees or otherwise. Anyway, I'm just going to say go. You're just going to keep going until I say stop or until you want to go down and take a break. Any style of push-ups that you want to do today. Everyone down and go. Don't forget to keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll over onto your back. Any style of crunches, leg lifts, bicycle crunches, any kind of ab work that you want to do. Hands go behind your head or not, and go. Head, 9, 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way up. Take a moment, pick a stretch that you want to do. Get yourself a little bit more flexible. Okay, great. And shake it out. So what we're going to do for this portion of the class is we are going to do something that was emailed over to us by one of our students, which is a breakdown of our Yanju Godo combination. If you don't know this combination, or you are, like parts of it, or you haven't really done it, you can follow along if you'd like. You can take this part of the class to do any other moves you want to do, or you can just log off and go get something to eat. Either one is fine. For those of you who want to follow along, again, this is going to be a moving forward technique. So you're going to want to find, again, enough space where you can move forward, and specifically on this one, where you can at least take one step without any adjustments, because a lot of what is going on with this technique is in the footwork. So I'm going to go back here and tilt my camera back up to the way it was. Okay, so some specific details. It starts in the same way all of our moving forward starts. It starts with our kamate and our Zenkutsudachi Gedanburai. So some points to remember about our Yanju Godo. First of all, Yanju Go means 45. We're moving on a 45-degree angle. So without the hands, the footwork of this technique. So if I'm going to put my hands on my waist, the angle I'm going to be moving is I'm going to bring my feet together, and then I'm going to point my body on a 45-degree angle, and then I'm going to step, and then I'm going to turn into my Kibudachi. So that's without the hand technique. So again, it's going to be step, step, turn. Then on the next one, my back foot's going to come to my front foot and step again on that angle, and then turn. And then for one more, we're going to step out and turn. When we do our turn, it's going to be just like our regular mate turn, but we're going to end in that Kibudachi. So I'm going to step back, and I'm going to turn, and then if I were doing my hand techniques, I would of course go ahead, but let's do these steps so you can just see from the other angle. So I'm going to bring my back foot to my front, I'm going to step on an angle, turn, back foot to my front, step, turn, back foot to my front, step, turn, step across, and I'm back. So now, what do the hands do? Back to my kamate, my Zenkutsudachi Gedanburai. We're going to point with the opposite hand of the foot that's stepping. So if I'm stepping with my right, I'm going to point my left in that angle, in the direction I'm going. My opposite hand here is closed right now and in my chamber. I'm going to step my back foot to my front like we did before. This hand that's pointing is going to come to my chamber as I step forward. I'm going to turn into my Kibudachi, and I'm going to do that uppercut. The chamber hand is actually on my chest in this kind of inverted knife hand position. I'm going to use that hand to grab, and I'm going to pull into your back fist, so your rock and strike. Hand comes back here. This hand's going to block down. Hand's going to come to my chamber. Chamber hand's going to punch across my body in a reverse punch on this angle. So it's not actually, a lot of people think it's a hook punch. It's more of a reverse punch across my body, which looks very similar, but you're going to extend it a little bit more. So now, here's where it gets a little tricky for newer people. That chamber hand, remember, is going to point. Why? Because my back leg, my left leg is the one stepping. So my left leg comes to my right, and I'm going to point with my right hand. So I have my left leg stepping, my right hand pointing. I'm going to step, uppercut, back fist, hook block, punch across my body. So here I am. Again, my chamber hand points, my back foot steps, uppercut, strike, block, punch. Now I'm going to turn all the way around, and this chamber hand is going to be the pointer because it's my left foot that's going to be stepping. Turn all the way around and point. So here I am, I'm pointing off toward the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I should have my left leg in front. I'm going to step with my right and point with my left. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. I'm going to step with my left, point with my right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn all the way around and point. Right leg, right hand. 2, 3, 4. So that is the most basic version of our Yanji Goto. That one is the one we usually show to blue belts and sometimes yellow belts. There's a couple more. Just going to show some of them here for those of you who want to know which ones are at your rank. And then we'll just go ahead and walk forward and back a couple times all together. So that one was 4 moves. There's a 6-move one. It's uppercut, back fist, hammer fist, stab, block, down. Same step, same point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Same thing on the turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stepping in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Point, step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Mate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. We got a 7-move one. Just going to show it right here. It's going to be the same thing. After the stab, you're going to upper block. Sorry. Block down. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Upper, lower. That one is often, we say, it's a green belt, advanced green belt level. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Brown belt combination. Same one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Before the upper block, we're going to elbow into that hand. Same hand, upper blocks, lower block, and punch. Again, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Elbow, upper, lower, block, and again, same start. This is going to be the black belt one, 9 moves. 1, 2, 3, 4. Elbow, upper, before the lower. Your chamber hand's going to push, elbow down, lower block, punch. Again, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is our black belt one. Whichever one you want to do. For those of you, again, who are just learning it, you're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember the pointing with the opposite hand of the foot that's stepping. Pick the one you'd like to do. If none of these are familiar to you and you're still with us, feel free to go back to just stepping in and punching on each of these counts. Everyone, kamate. Whichever Yanji Goto you want. Stepping forward, ich, And knee. And sun. Mate, turn. Itch. Knee. Sun. Mate, turn, finish up, whichever one you chose to do today. Back leg steps forward. Nare, shake it out. Okay, so we're going to finish with that today. Like I said, if there's something you want us to highlight here, if there's something you want us to focus on, some questions you want answered, a little detail about any of your techniques, drop me an email. We're going to reserve this Wednesday spot. Don't forget, we will be back, or I will be back on Friday afternoon with a pre-karate class for 3 to 5-year-olds. In the meantime, we have some videos that we're currently editing right now, a full-length kids karate class, a couple of other stuff out there. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. The live videos that we stream now will be up on the YouTube channel later on today. Let's finish by sitting on our knees all together, if you're still with me. Hands by your side. And Mukso, close your eyes. One more deep breath. Mukso Yame. Bow. Us. Thank you so much, those of you who joined us today. I miss you guys. This is great. It's not as good as seeing all your faces. It's not as good as all of us being on the floor together. We're going to be back. We'll be back soon. Until then, keep moving. Chloe, come here. Here's Chloe. Keep moving. Keep training. Keep breathing. Let's keep communicating. Stay together. Let's talk to you guys soon. Us. Bye, Chloe.